be only knives and
I don't know lah. It's up to them. They're gonna manage themselves. Okay, hold on. Double check. So let's go. The strike. Okay. Go live. Live. And we're live. Hey, okay. Welcome to Counter Strike. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't even need to say the whole thing anymore, do I? It's like a trigger. People are getting PTSD over it.
No, what you think it is. It's not Sin Racing. Oh, we're in Vertex. Hold on.
We're in
Let's start again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and welcome to the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Invitational, the first one we're doing here at Vertex Esports. We can't be a esports channel without a good FPS game, and it doesn't come better than this one. We've got two teams right now of very good players, basically pro-am sort of level players right now, fighting it out. Currently, they're warming up in an arms race situation here at Lake, which is one of the most popular maps for this. Also a very good map for Flying Scotsman, which is a low gravity mode. But very, very interesting stuff indeed. Now, these guys, we tried playing with them yesterday, wasn't it, Javier?
Yes, we tried, and tried is a good word, because, yeah, it didn't go as expected, you know. I think I killed one. So
yeah, I think I killed one on accident because he was too busy fighting someone else who was actually good. So these guys are really, really good.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
So we should be able to hit the tab key and just have a quick look at who's actually in server at the moment. There we go. We've got Peppy. We've got Pizza, aka Zacharubound 3, Karlik, of course, Saloon TF, Mikey Fans, Suzu, Xerio, and Juju, and we also have Mr. Gojira hiding down there. How's things going for you, Mr. Gojira?
horrible. I managed to kill 4.
4. Well, to be fair, you're doing better than we did. Somehow. So yeah, these guys. Oh, well, there we go. So we've got the X-ray mode going right now, and you can see how these guys are actually aiming and figuring out where their locations are. These guys always aim for the head. That's the first thing you're going to see, is that very rarely will you see body shots and things like that. If they're forced to, they will take body shots, but they'll generally try and take their time just a little fraction of a second quicker to go for the headshots. That's the quickest way to kill someone. The other thing as well is you'll see them moving quite a lot. This ain't Rainbow Six. You definitely want to be on the move as fast as possible. There are some places and some maps where it is advantageous, especially if you're in a terrorist or counter-terrorist, depending on the map, where it's good to camp. But even whilst camping, it's not really full-on Rainbow Six Siege style camping. It's just, you've really got to be moving most of the time. So it's a very fast flowing type of gameplay that we're going to be seeing tonight.
Interesting. I kill one the furthest, but the nearest I get killed off.
Yeah, it's sort of annoying when that happens, isn't it? So I don't know, we see Slinty FMOG with the Dobrettas. We already have a man on knife. So the way Arms Race works is that you move through a set list of weapons. The final weapon is always going to be the knife. Once you get the golden knife, you kind of have to knife someone in order to win. So it's the first person to get to the knife and knife someone is the winner. Right now we see quite a few guys are on to the pistols already, a couple of Tech 9 players at the moment.
Knife.
Alrighty, so we've got Kalik in here. He's got 6 kills in a row. And I believe that's it. Is that? Yes.
So
indeed,
we're
that is-
going
that is it.
into the first match, competitive match in DDoS. Yeah.
Righty. So we're going to competitive mode in Dust 2, DDoS 2, which is a very an old fan favorite, really, of all the Counter-Strike games. I believe first played in CS 1.6 and later on really popularized in Condition Zero. But Global Offensive, it's one of the old favorites that still gets played quite often. The object of the exercise, of course, for the terrorists is to try and plant a bomb. There's 2 bomb sites, as you can see on the map there, B and A, and the counter-terrorists have to stop them somehow throughout the course of the match. We're going to watch the warm-up at the moment there, and we'll see how these
you
guys
have
go.
to spectate.
Hmm?
Gojira have to spectate.
Why?
Because the 5v5 is coming.
Oh, tak.
Oh
Terlalu
no.
banyak orang.
Later kita pergi ni.
Gojira, we have later a room for babies. You can go. This is not for babies. No.
Never lah, just
Watch.
Yeah, you can spectate. Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll try and get everyone squared up here. We've got quite a while to go in the warm-up, as it looks like 3 minutes of warm-up there. We've got MasterCatz versus WKL as our first CSGO Invitational. And 2 rather good teams, very tactical teams. You'll see their movement throughout the course is going to be very planned, very meticulous. But they do have their wilder sides as well. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this plays out.
yeah, left already.
Alright. They're still in warm up right now.
Yep.
So usually they will we will shorten the warm up time. Oh, connection problem.
I'll set up the commands first.
So for those of you wondering, Kalik is playing as a member of WKL. He's also helping us out on the server side as well. So hopefully he doesn't just go kill all when he's
So-
losing.
In WKL we've got Peppy, 1,
Yep, we got
Yo-Yo,
Peppy, 1,
Kalik. Yeah.
Yo-Yo, and Kalik. Whereas in...
I think one of
We might
the
wanna restart the server, I think.
me.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah, the server goes.
The server
Yeah.
is crashed.
It has connection problems right now.
Okay, so I restart it again in the competitive mode. Yep. Yeah, aku mute. Yep.
alright.
14.
Okay, yeah, that's about right.
All right. So
Yeah, there's a slight delay, of course.
yeah,
Let's go
we're
back. Let's go back.
yeah, we're live. We're back live, guys.
Yes, and we're back. We've got a minute left on warm up. We will be there beginning the match fairly shortly. So a little bit of an extended warm up session there for the guys at MasterCatz and WKL, who will be fighting it out this evening. Right now, we had a little bit of a server issue. For a split second there. It is our first one, do bear with us. But hopefully everything's going to go smooth and steady for the rest of the match. In our lineup there, we still have Kylo, Pepe, Yo-Yo, and Kalik, with Juju, Suzu, Saloon TF, Pizza, and Mikey Fans in the other team as well. So it'll be quite interesting to see how these guys battle it out. We've got our eye in the sky, Mr. Gojira, as well, who hopefully will be able to catch any battles we miss. Hopefully.
So
We're all sat
I'm
here.
watching Nepal Juju,
oh,
where Roti Chana is ahead.
Yeah.
okay. Here we go.
So
not-
we
It is not
have
an even fight,
begun.
you know. No, it's 5 versus 4.
It's already
Oh,
5.
okay, it's now 5 versus 4.
Yeah, we managed to get another guy in there. Kylo went missing. He's back. And away we go. So first round, of course, there's going to be buying for both sides. So each team member is going to start with an equal amount of money, and depending on how well they do in each round, they will get more or less money as it stands. So everyone's going to start out pretty much with pistols and a couple of grenades to start off with. And now already we have our first firefighter, Saloon TF. He got caught up with quite a lot of players there. It looks like they are pushing on B at the moment there. Mikey Fans gets shot there. That's our third death of the round. It looks like Pizza and quite a few of the others there. They've been ambushed at B. Kalik, meanwhile, he's going sort of for a wander around there, but it looks like the terrorists have won. That is a quick round. Very, very quick round there from WKL. First blood to WKL. 1-0.
So the
1-0.
format tonight
Sorry.
is Max. We're gonna have 3 rounds of 20 rounds. Well, how do you say it? 3 games of 20 rounds. And
Yeah, 3 games of 20 rounds.
so it's best of 20 each. Doesn't necessarily go to up to 20. So the first one to reach 10.
Yes,
Yeah,
anybody who can get up to 11.
yeah, 11. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, first team to 10. 10 wins total will probably get it. I can't remember if it's 10 or 11. I believe it's 10. You might be right there. But right now we have a firefight there just coming out of CT spawn into A, and there's quite a few players there. They've managed to smoke grenade Nepal into a corner there. Meanwhile, Pizza is trying to hold the fort, camping up at the top of A, right there in the alleyway, right, as you can see there. Very, very tricky situation. He's only got 19 life left, and that's it. It looks like terrorists take another run. Pepe is the MVP there for that round. Now we're going to switch into round 3 there. Very fast paced. WKL definitely pushing MasterCatz quite hard in this round.
So let's
I wonder
go.
what terrorists are carrying in the bags, you know, they're carrying around.
Yeah, it's always been a wonder for me. Do they have like a toolkit there, or I mean, because they don't put the bombs in there.
Maybe they're going for badminton later.
Perhaps. Anybody, all of you guys watching in the comments, please let us know, what do you think is in the terrorists' bags? Right now we've got smoke grenades left, right, and center there from the terrorists. They are really trying to move forward very tactically right now. They're throwing smoke grenades. They're trying to cover their movements as much as possible there. We've already got our first kill right there from Pepe, and also One and Kylo also taking down counter-terrorists at the moment there. Very, very tricky situation there because right now it looks very one-sided. There's only one CT left, but it looks like Saloon TF, he's trying his best to try and just work through systematically. He's being pushed very, very hard right now. All he could do is try and take them down. No, unfortunately, Saloon TF just couldn't quite make it happen there. Pepe, again, the MVP. He's really pushing the team hard this time round. So that's 3-0 for WKL in this WKL versus MasterCatz matchup. And MasterCatz really have to push hard now because once you get up to 5-0, it's going to be very hard to try and turn the tide back. The momentum definitely in the terrorists' favor at the moment. So right now we can see in our flycam that there's quite a lot of activity down at B. It looks like the terrorists are trying to push a little bit at B there. We've got a couple of players there. In fact, there's one trying to go through there. It looks like they've changed tack. They're going to head on down to A. And that's probably a wise decision right now. And it looks like Pepe's going up top there through the alleyway here in A. Very, very open area here, so it's going to be quite frightening to see anyone out here. Very, very little cover. So you have to be super, super careful when you're in this situation. A lot of movement, a lot of dodging required to try and get that kill, but it looks like Pepe's managed to get down Suzu. And Yo-Yo there managing to get gunned down at Nepal, and it looks like Yo-Yo's also been down. He's been knocked down there, so he's down at mid. And it looks like counter-terrorists win this time around. Saloon TF managing to get it down, and Mikey Fens taking the last kill. So MasterCatz beginning to turn things around here at the CSGO Invitational. Three seconds to go before the start of the match there. We can see their loadouts right now. Kalik, I believe he's on the AK-47. We've got Kyla with a sniper. A lot of very varied weapon selection, as you can see here. On one side, the terrorists are definitely really sort of going for the assault rifle approach, one sniper, whereas the counter-terrorists are definitely varying their weapons choice quite a bit there. That could come to their advantage because some of the players might be a little bit better at close range and some a little bit better further away. But right now we've got a battle up at the run-up to A, to bomb site A for the two opposing forces right now. And also at mid, very, very tricky, this doorway here. That's usually quite a big bone of contention there, but it looks like no one's guarding the midpoint. No one's there yet, at least. Yo-Yo, he's going to have a bit of a nasty surprise if he goes around the corner there on the run-up to B. And it looks like there's going to be a gunfight through the smoke. And rather wisely, they decide to try and take out. But Yo-Yo is in a really difficult situation right now. He's got everyone surrounding him. If only they can see him right now. He's got to try and slip. Oh, he tried to slip past, but he wasn't able to do so. Now it's a 2v1 matchup there. And it looks like Suzu, unfortunately, couldn't quite make the best of the situation there. It's 4-1 WKL to MasterCatz. Round 6 out of 20. We are at 4-1 here. It's down to MasterCatz to try and turn things around there, but you can definitely see WKL definitely dominating this matchup so far. You can see that Dust to one of their favorite maps around here. Meanwhile, we're going to go POV with some of the players there. That was Nepal Yuju, really guarding bomb site B there. Very, very tricky situation to be in that tunnel. You have to be very, very careful when you're in that tunnel because there's nowhere to hide if you miss. We've got another camp down there. I believe that's Mikey Fans trying to do the long-range camping, although it could be wrong there. Meanwhile, it looks like we've got a 3-on-3 battle there. Salute TF and Suzu there are both out. One and Pepe is out as well. So they managed to get the terrorists MVP so far in this match. It's going to be very, very tricky right now. It looks like when it comes to the matchup there, again, CT has got the more varied weapons loadout at the moment. Very, very tricky in order to try and get this happening. We've got a shootout there. We've already got a bomb plant. We have a bomb plant right now, so it's all going to be all about trying to keep the counter-terrorists away, but they weren't able to do that. Now it's all about trying to get that bomb defused. Have they managed to do it? It doesn't look like it. Yes, the terrorists have managed to Absolutely. They were close. They were close, but it looked like they decided at the last minute that they're better off trying to keep their weapons instead of trying to go for the suicidal bomb defusal.
So near yet so far.
So close. It's 5-1 now. WKL to MasterCatz. And just remember, down in the comments below, just let us know what you think is in each respective team's bags. And yeah, quite interesting to see what you guys come up with there. Ooh, it looks like Kalik and Kylo really tricky situation there. Yo-Yo, however, he's only got 2% left. He's going to have to try and play the long game. I reckon he's going to have to try and throw some grenades, try and make some moves work from a long distance. He hasn't got that much time left in this round in order to try and fight. Someone's dropped the bomb. Someone's dropped the bomb right now, and it looks like there's a firefight there between X-Yo-Yo and the other three. It looks like the counter-terrorists might be able to swing the momentum back in their favor. There's only one more player out there in the terrorists. It's a 2-on-1 situation, and Yo-Yo, he's only got 2% left. He's got to be very, very, very careful right now, just crawling around the map here. Of course, if he runs out of time before he can plant the bomb or defeat the other two opponents, he's going to be very much out of luck. Coming around to the top of A, expecting to see someone up there, and he would be right, as of course. Very, very tricky situation there. Now he's gone into a gunfight. That's going to be very, very difficult for him because, again, 2% left. But it looks like he's managed to get rid of one more player, so it's
2 and
X-Yo-Yo. This is tense though, because Yo-Yo hasn't got that much time there. He's going to try and plant the bomb. That's the only thing he can try and do. Unfortunately, he ran out of time. That's another rather tactical victory there from counter-terrorists. They just simply ran out of time there. Yo-Yo unable to do anything, but with 2% health left, there wasn't much he could do. Pretty much any damage he took would have been fatal, including any small minor falls. 2-5 now. MasterCatz won that last round against WKL, but WKL still has the lead 5-2. The momentum, I feel, beginning to shift a little bit towards MasterCat's favor, but it's going to be very difficult to see if they can actually overhaul the terrorists at this point in time. Now we're coming up towards the double doors section here on the run up to A. A lot of activity happening here right now. They've got to have to be very careful guarding this section. As you can see there, it's 2-on-1 right around this area right now. It's going to be very difficult to see if they can do anything here, and it looks like, again, Peppy this time only with 6% health left, and very, very tricky situation right now. And it looks like there's only 2 players left, and meanwhile, whilst we're looking around over there, it looks like they've planted the bomb at B, and they're guarding B. That's the only thing they can really do at this moment in time. They're down, well, they were down 5-2, but now they're 2-1, 3-2. They already have that bomb planted, so that means they've bought themselves a little bit of time. They don't necessarily have to be all alive there. Let's see if they can get that bomb defused, however.
no, they will not get it.
Oh, just in time. Nepal Juju there for defusing the bomb. He gets the MVP round, and it looks like MasterCatz is coming back. It's been quite interesting, isn't it, though? We saw WKL dominate in the first half, but
now they're getting
as they say, that's 2 in a row right now. Let's see if MasterCatz can pull this off one more time. We're looking for the point of view of the terrorists. Let's see where that grenade lands. And it's going to land down at mid. Not an awful lot of activity there, but at the double doors, it looks like there could be some things happening there. Kalik and his friends there. That's a 3-man team going through, or 3-person team, I would have to say, going through that corridor section. We've got Pepe there. He's managed to get himself into a nice hiding hole. Again, very, very tricky situation here, trying to make sure, because remember, these guys don't know where the other team members are. Meanwhile, they've got themselves into a gunfight. Who are they fighting with? It looks like they've got a couple of guys camping up there at the top there. Very, very smart tactical maneuvering there. Anything to try and run down that clock. It's in the counter-terrorist's best interest in order to keep that clock going for as long as possible before they can plant the bomb. With 45 seconds to go, it's going to be very difficult. It looks like they're unable to do so. Salute TF is the MVP for that round. 4-5. So MasterCatz slowly getting close. We could see a 5-5 tie coming into round 10 of 20. We said we wouldn't necessarily see this game go all the way to 20 rounds, but I feel this time we will see them go all the way to 20 rounds.
After this, I think they're gonna switch places, Max. I think. Yeah, they're gonna switch team. Oof.
Yep, after this, the terrorists will move to being counter-terrorists, and the counter-terrorists will move to being terrorists, so expect those colors to change at the top of the screen. But still, WKL versus MasterCatz, it would be absolutely amazing if these guys come into the team switch halfway through the match. And it looks like it's going to be all the way to 20. WKL, they got pushed onto the back foot a little bit there. 3 in a row there from MasterCatz, and it's going to be very tricky for them to try and maintain their lead at the moment. But it looks like there is a 2-on-2 battle right now. Of course, they're going to be desperately communicating to try and see what's happening there. It looks like most of them have gone off to mid or B at the moment. And it looks like, yes, they're at me. They're at the doors down there at mid. And it looks like, yes, MasterCatz, they're trying to, I guess, try and pull the terrorist team. They're trying to pull WKL out of their positions right now. There's only 35 seconds left on the clock. So if they're going to plant a bomb, it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. They're trying their best. They're rushing off to B at the moment to try and plant the bomb with 25 seconds remaining, and it's going to be super tricky to see who's going to win this. It looks like there could be a good chance that that WKL might have the upper hand on this particular round there. It's 2-on-1 at the moment. They're looking for Mikey Fans. Mikey Fans being very careful. He knows he's the last man on team. He's just got caught, though. He's just got caught in the ambush, and it looks like the terrorists have taken this one. WKL swinging back at MasterCatz.
So the next thing is they're gonna switch places. Yep.
And so now we see Kalik and his friends there, WKL, are now in blue. So that's the counter-terrorists are now WKL, MasterCatz are now terrorists. So the object of the exercise now is for MasterCatz to try and plant the bomb, whereas the counter-terrorists will have to try and stop them from planting the bomb, and if they do get to plant the bomb, it's down to the counter-terrorists to try and defuse it. They're going very hard, though. MasterCatz pushing very hard at A there. Most of their team is up at the top end of the map right now. As you can see, they're running up to the bomb site. And there's only one person left there, so they might try and go for the total team wipeout there, and it looks like they have. And it looks like MasterCatz there managing to get one more position. That was an incredibly
34 seconds,
fantastic
Max.
aiming, fantastic work there.
34
seconds. That was unbelievable. WKL had a very quick round at the team change, but MasterCatz, I think, just beat their record there. If they were speedrunning the game, it'll be a close battle, though. Very interesting indeed. So this is round 12 of 20. Again, they're trying to get the majority of the action here at B this time. But again, they're basically rushing a bomb site at the moment there just to try and get themselves as much position as possible. It looks like they've managed to secure B. They've had to be very aggressive there. Kylo is the only one left, however, and it looks like they've managed to get the bomb planted. Now it's all down to camping. defending their position really, rather than camping. You've got to move quite a lot at Dust 2 in order to try and get a good defensive position. Hard into it. Kylo now, he's the only person left. He's at B. The only thing these guys can do is to try and... Ooh, it looks like Kylo's managed to take the entire team out. Now it's all down to trying to defusing the bomb. Unfortunately, he hasn't got a kit, so it's going to take quite some time. Will he have enough time there left? All on our seat. Just about managing to do it. Amazing stuff there from Kylo. He was the last member alive. He managed to nail those 3 guys and get to the bomb there. So that's WKL going back up. WKL. I do apologize.
Yeah.
WKL going up 7-5 from MasterCatz.
Sorry about the, but that's why I color code them.
Normally do cars driving around in circles. Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah.
So it's 5-7 right now, WKL versus MasterCatz. WKL in the lead. They're managing to go toe-to-toe with MasterCatz. MasterCatz did not have a good early game, but right now they've really started up strong. They're in tunnel at the moment, and ooh, it looks like it's going all very wrong there for MasterCatz there, especially for Suzu, who's dropped down. It's 2v4 at the moment. And it looks like Nepal is also out there. Pepe's just got killed, however, so that's just straightened things out quite a bit. So now it's 2 versus 2. Kylo and Yo-Yo versus Pizza and Saloon TF. So Yo-Yo slowly going around the corner there. We can see, of course, using our special X-ray vision, where the other team members are, where the other team's members are. And it looks like Yo-Yo just managed to spot him there. It's going to be very tricky. Let's see who can get the best of this. And it looks like the terrorists have won 6-7. MasterCatz takes round 13. So it's still very close. Only 1 point between the terrorists and the counter-terrorists at the moment. WKL still leads with 7. MasterCatz 6. So now they are off. Nepal Juju there. He's gone into mid. He's trying to go for the long shot here. He's trying to snipe off anyone from a long ways away. Pizza right now. They're going to move on from there. However, they can't really stay in one place too long, because you're either going to end up stuck in one position, or you're basically not going to be where the action's at. And that's the main thing with Counter-Strike. You really need to be seeking out opponents to fight, and you really need to be trying to complete the objectives as fast as possible. So right now we've got battles going on all over the place there, but it looks like the run-up to A is going to be the main focus of this round. We've got grenades being thrown all over the place. They're trying their hardest to try and hide in the cloud there, but it looks like the counter-terrorists have managed to get themselves a perfect position to try and knock off. That was three players that were unable to go through what is quickly turning into the corridor of death. There's even flames and everything. Fairly hellish escape through there. Nepal, he's the only one left. He's in with a sniper, which is a very difficult situation for him. We can see, of course, that he's very close to being lined up to the guys around the corner there. Not quite able to do anything around there. Ooh, still managed to do something though. Nepal Juju there. Very dicey situation, but he managed to get the job done. It's now 7-all. WKL and MasterCatz, they are now tied. It's going to be down to the final 5 rounds to decide who is going to win Game 1 of the CSGO Invitational. Quite exciting stuff, isn't it? Let me just go grab my water. Meanwhile, Saloon TF is the first casualty of round 15. And it looks like there's a lot of action happening at mid. Don't know if that's a diversionary tactic for this team, because they always tend to go hard towards B or hard towards A. But down at mid, yeah, there is a little bit of action going on right now. Nepal, he sees something over in the distance there, so he's gone off to investigate. Meanwhile, the rest of the team there, it looks like they're getting a lot of pressure there from the counter-terrorists at mid. It probably wasn't the best idea for them. Meanwhile, coming up towards A, and it looks like A has been cleared out. The team will be heading off towards B, I'm sure. We're going to, of course, check out mid. It's almost traditional at this point to try and check through those double doors there in order to make sure that there's no one there and to try and take out anybody they see. And it looks like they're dancing around those doors there. It's going to be very difficult. Trying to reload while you're in the line of sight of the other player is quite risky stuff indeed, but they managed to do it. And it looks like counter-terrorists have one more team there, and it looks like Nepal, he was on a roll there. Nepal was on a roll there with the sniper, but unfortunately it looks like WKL was able to retake the lead. So now we're looking at our leaders. WKL at the moment, round 16 out of 20, 3 seconds to go before we head off.
They split up.
And it looks like most of the guys are going straight to mid and to A. Sorry, to mid and to B. I do apologize. Quite a bit of action there happening in that corridor around the corner that you see Khalek shooting through. Khalek, quite an experienced player. We had a chance to play with him quite a few times, and great fun. And a lot of these guys are actually quite good fun to play with. Of course, we were a little bit outgunned, shall we say, but as it looks like the terrorists are going to try and make a push at A, and it looks like that was a fantastic jump shot there from one of the players. Now we're sat at the CT spawn at the moment. There's a lot of action going on at CT spawn, it looks like, going through the dust there. Meanwhile, Mikey Fan's managing to plant the bomb. It's going to be very defensive from now on. You see these players do all they can to try and fire. Oof! A very, very near miss moment there for Saloon TF. And looking at it, it's going to be a 1v1 for both players. And of course, Saloon TF could wait for Peppy to try and defuse the bomb there. Ooh.
Just in time. Whoa.
Too close. Now, a common tactic is for the terrorist player, if you're in a 1v1 situation, the terrorist player would sometimes wait for the counter-terrorist to actually start defusing the bomb before trying to go out and attack them. Because when you're defusing the bomb, you have no defenses. You can't use your gun. You can't use anything else. It looks like Peppy tried that trick. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out. Sorry, not Peppy, but Saloon TF. Tried that trick, but Peppy was wise to it. Managed to get that win done. Round 16 has gone to
Look at that crosshair, Max.
Now it's 9-7.
The crosshair meet up each other. Yep. See?
Yeah. It's very, very interesting. We can see, of course, how close these guys are. They're slowly moving through. You can actually see them trying to limit their footsteps. If you hit shift in this game, you go into walking mode. You can be a little bit more stealthy and not draw any attention to yourself. But it's 9-7 at the moment there. It's first to 10 at this rate, at the very least there. So WKL, they're going to be trying to push as much as possible to try and get that win. MasterCatz has all to play for them. They really have to go on a winning streak in order to try and win this game. Very, very difficult situation there at the double doors. Peppy, meanwhile, he's guarding A at the moment. No sign of action there. It looks like most of the players have sort of scattered out just a little bit. One is down there at spawn. He's going to try and look around and see there. Ooh, there's already been a shot there from, I believe that's Yo-Yo, managing to take one of the other players there. One still guarding around CT spawn. It looks like counter-terrorist has won. So that was
this is the match point,
managing to get them at the run-up into A. We are now in match point. So they have to win this round. WKL are one round away from winning it all. MasterCatz, basically, they have to keep winning rounds. Now, the moment they lose a round is the moment the match ends for them. The game, rather, ends for them. I'll untwist my tongue in a minute. Meanwhile, Nepal Juju, he's going to go through into B. And meanwhile, at B, we've already got a sniper, a sharpshooter trained at the door. As is almost traditional for B, if you can't get to that situation before the counter-terrorists, you're sort of doomed with that. You're going to have to try and take a sniper out. And when you're trying to take a sniper that's camping out, it could be very, very, very risky stuff indeed. So it looks like they're going to push over to A right now, but there's a lot of counter-terrorists there. At A, there's one more left there. It's going to be a one-on-one situation down at A, but the other two are very close behind. Slowly crawling around there. It looks like... Oof. That is a fantastic shot there from Mikey fans. You can see that there's some players up there. He misses with the grenades, however. That's not going to be very good for him. He's had to switch to his sidearm. Of course, as everyone knows, switching to his sidearm quicker than reloading, but didn't quite work out for him there. Pepe, right now, he's the only one left there, and he's won it. Pepe has managed to get that win. So there you have it. WKL wins the match. They win the first of this 3-game tie-up between MasterCatz and WKL. Fantastic stuff indeed. Now it's going to be up to the players to decide what the next map is going to be, and of course they're going to head over to Mirage. Now this is a classic in the CSGO community. One of the most popular maps out there. In fact, most of the professional players would say that Mirage is their favorite map. It's really, really good. You've got a very tight bomb site at B. You've got a very, very open bomb site at A. Each of them have sort of pros and cons. And of course, there's so many different routes to take through the complex in order to get to the bomb sites. So it'll be very interesting to see how this pans out.
Hey.
So we're going to be waiting for all the players to load in and pick their teams and get themselves up into position for the warm-up.
Hold on.
Of course, we've got our director there, Kyrol, doing some hacker stuff.
Still waiting.
So it's very interesting to see how these guys go through here. Dust 2, again, looks like it was WKL's strongest map, although MasterCatz definitely had gave them a run for their money there. It was getting tight in the midpoint of the match, but near the end, it looks like WKL was able to overcome. Interesting to see here, because even though there are some similarities between Dust and Miramar, but Miramar has a lot more routes to go through. It isn't just a simple 2 or 3 route map. There is quite a lot of tactics involved in this matchup.
I'm in the wrong room, I think. Hold on. Oh yeah, they're coming in. Okay. Where are they?
Time, a time to panic. Oh, there's pizza. They're slowly coming in. Luckily, we've managed to give themselves plenty of warm-up time. Otherwise, it could be quite embarrassing if we started a match with WKL and MasterCatz and have not a lot of people in there.
Yeah, here they are. Yeah.
As soon as all the players are, yeah, there we go. As soon as the players are up, they will be able to join in on the fun.
So Max, when did you start playing Counter-Strike? Oh, I guess Max missing.
And we're back.
When did you first start playing
I had to
Counter-Strike?
go AFK for a split second there.
Hey, Max?
When did I start playing?
Yep.
Oh God. Well, when I started playing, Go hadn't come out yet. It would have been Condition Zero
Oh.
Half-Life.
around the start. Around the start of Condition Zero, Gojira was there since the start, the very beginning. Of course,
The
Counter-Strike was actually a mod for Half-Life originally.
bomb,
Yeah.
laser triggered bomb. You put it in a corridor.
Oh yeah, those are fun. I kind of wish there was a Half-Life weapon pack in CSGO. That would be kind of cool to play around with.
But
Like
if Half-Life weapons pack, I think they should also include a bazooka, right?
yeah. A single shot. Make it count. So there you go. Valve, more free ideas from the wonderful team here at Vertex. Just get a Half-Life themed arms race going. We'll be there like a shot. It's interesting to see these warm-up matchups because they're 1v1, very tight spaces. These are actual maps, actual locations in the Miramar map that they're warming up at. And very interesting stuff
Okay,
indeed.
we're full house already. Nice.
Sweet. So we've got all our players here. We've got 28 seconds on the clock left for warm-up. Last chance for these guys to try and work on their headshots and their tail shots, as it looks like from that guy. Karlik there still managing to get a kill just before the start of the match. Of course, Miramar again, a classic in Counter-Strike Global Offensive here. We're going to see this evening. Karlik's there.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Karlik. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wish you luck. I was going to ask him questions, but we're already starting. So 8 seconds to go before the start of the second game in this 3-game matchup between MasterCatz and WKL. WKL currently on 1 game. MasterCatz has to win this in order to force that match 3 right now. They're off and away they go right now into round 1 of 20 in this game 2 of the CSGO Invitational. It looks like the terrorists already having a very, very strong push into A right now. Very tricky situation that they're in. They don't want to plant the bomb too quickly because if they plant the bomb and vacate, they'll have a real problem. Oops,
Wait, what's
we've
happened?
got a game restart.
Oh, restart.
There. We have a restart. Apparently some of the players weren't quite ready yet. Least of all Karlik, who perhaps jumped into the commentary room a little bit too late. We'll try and get a word with him later on in this broadcast. But now this really is round 1, ladies and gentlemen. once more with feeling. So again, just for those of you who've joined us, on the counter-terrorist side is MasterCatz. They're going to have to try and stop the bomb from being planted and defuse the bomb when it gets planted. And on their team now is Nepal Juju, there's Pizza, there's Saloon TF, there's Mikey Pants, and there's Suzu. They're in A, pushing very hard there to try and defend A right now. It looks like they managed to get a hold of A. Right now they're going to go through this section here. Very tight corridors around here, so if you get caught in one, it's very, very tricky situation. Nepal there. Again, these guys have to buy weapons each round. Ooh, unfortunately, he just got side-sniped there by Pepe. Now it's going to be 1-on-1 right now between Pepe and Momo Nede Suzu. I believe Pepe might have the bomb, or he might have lost track of it. But they both know that they're around the section there, and done. Terrorists win for the first round there. It looks like the first round is going to go to WKL.
Who do you expect to win
So
this?
after the buy round is
This round, Max.
it's going to be very difficult to guess because Miramar is a very different character compared to the Dust, because it's very, very tight and claustrophobic in some places. There's a lot more tight corridors to try and get through. Like here right now, we're on the catwalk with Pepe. just across from the catwalk, in fact. Very, very difficult section here to try and traverse safely. He knows that there's someone around the corner there. It's going to be very difficult. This is another one of those situations. Oh, he did not see. Pepe did not see Nepal waiting around the bend there, but he's managed to get that kill in. But CT in a very difficult situation there. Most of their guys have taken quite hard hits there. Saloon TF is also down. However, One and Kylo have plenty of life left on their life bars, as you can see there. And it looks like Nepal's gone down as well, so we're down to one counter-terrorist at the moment. It looks like WKL still starting very strong right now. 2-0 goes the match there. Round 2 goes to WKL as well. WKL versus MasterCatz. It's starting to look very similar to Dust 2. And despite being a very different match there, WKL pushing very hard and very aggressively right now. Nepal Juju there, he's gone immediately to A. That's the first sort of target, I think, for the counter-terrorists, is to try and keep hold of A and try and dissuade them from going to A for as long as possible. As soon as the team decides that they have to go to B, however, there is the difficult situation of the counter-terrorists trying to leapfrog them and go to B. So there's pros and cons to this tactic that they're running right now. But Saloon TF, he's not looking too good there. 20% health remaining. Now they're going to come up to the gangways here. Very, very tricky corridors all throughout here. And walkways through the tunnel. Meanwhile, very, very careful through here, because if you get caught halfway through the tunnel, you're done. Meanwhile, Mikey Fans trying to defend B. It looks like the terrorists right now are pushing very hard at B at the moment. Really hard work at the right there. It looks like there's only one terrorist left, however. And he was doing quite a good job there. Kylo definitely tried hard in that round, but it looks like MasterCatz have finally got a score on the board. Round 3 goes to MasterCatz. We go to round 4 with WKL 2, MasterCatz 1. So you see the buy process there. It looks like WKL. Yeah. So it looks like MasterCatz split up there to try and gain as much ground as possible and to try and figure out the movements of all the players there. It looks, however, like the terrorists are a little bit more coordinated. They're on the right-hand side of the map, as we see it on the little mini-map that we have on the top left-hand corner. Saloon TF, he's scoping through A. He's going to come across the terrorists fairly soon if he makes a move through here. Again, you can see how careful you have to be through these corridors, because again, if you get caught halfway through the corridors, you're going to have real problems. Meanwhile, through the approach through A come some of the terrorists there. We've got 2 terrorists trying desperately hard, and it looks like they've managed to take one of the counter-terrorists down there. MasterCatz now in a really, really difficult situation, because Mikey Fans and Momo, they're at the far ends of the map there, and it looks like it's going to be a 3v1 fight for all intents and purposes. It looks like it's over for MasterCatz in round 4, but yeah, you can't never say never, as they say. Coming up towards B right now, it looks like the bomb's been planted in B, and Mikey Fans desperately camping right now. That's the only option he really has at the moment. He's going to have to try and take the first person he sees and hopefully get him with a headshot. Managing to do that. Fantastic work there from Mikey Fans there. And yes, he's managed to get it done. He's managed to get it done there. Mikey Fans just about managing to get the bomb site secured there. Again, WKL, they've dropped the bomb at bomb site B, but they didn't plant it. So that's going to be something they're going to have to work on through there. But it's 2-all, MasterCatz and WKL. It's a really annoying feeling as a CSGO player when you end up at a bomb site and you drop the bomb. That causes some real headaches for the rest of your teammates and terrorists. Because now everybody knows where the bomb is. So It's going to be a straight up shootout. Right now there's a straight up shootout happening right here at bomb site A. Quite a few of the guys have gone through here. If they could try and plant a bomb at A, that would be quite the feat there. But it looks like the terrorists are being hounded quite hard right now. Kylo and Pepe are down, so it's going to be 4 against 2. It looks like it's going to be very one-sided here. MasterCatz might just take the lead, and they have. Salute TF their MVP for the most eliminations. MasterCatz 3, WKL 2 in round 5. And it looks like the tide's beginning to turn a little bit earlier against WKL through here. Again, a couple of those mistakes starting to hound that team just a little bit too much as you go through the matchups. WKL now looks like they're going to be pushing hard on B at this juncture. And a varied route there. They're going to try and send some of the players. Actually, I take that back. They are moving as a unit at the moment. And, that wasn't the best of ideas, going through that firebomb. Probably should have waited for them to go through there. But now they are attacking B, trying to ambush B there. But it's very well defended, B at the moment. So it's going to be quite hard for them to try and take this position. It looks like B is very, very well defended. Quite a few campers up at the top there. A few guys stalking the corridors there. Kylo's got a lot of work to try and do there. It's 3-on-1. And he knows he's very much cornered right now. It's going to be just a matter of time. It looks like, unfortunately, yes, indeed. MasterCatz wiping the floor there with WKL. It looks like WKL panicked a little bit through that. Through that particular round there. Round 6, not a very good one for WKL, but MasterCatz 4, WKL 2, coming into round 7. Looks like Kylo's got the job of carrying the bomb.
What?
Again, it looks like another one going through B there. It looks like nobody wants the bomb. I believe that it's a case of weapons right now. It's a case of weapons and a case of making sure that nobody shoots them when they have the bomb. So coming into a situation where you believe you might get a situation there, Kalik, beautiful knife there for Kalik on one of the counter-terrorists. But sometimes you have to be a little bit tactical. You might, if you only have a pistol, you might have to drop the bomb, try and get a teammate to pick it up, or to try and hide the bomb somewhere before you go into a firefight, just to make sure that the counter-terrorists do not know where the bomb is. You don't really want to give away who is the person with the bomb. So now Kalik he's managed to secure his place at
How did
B,
he know that the guy was
that
confirmed?
was very, very quick reaction times there. That was how that happened. They, of course, would know where the players are going through on the map.
Man.
So if you know and learn the map really well, you'll know the gaps where you can shoot through. And it's just a case of checking through there, seeing a bit of blue, and firing.
Mikey's the only one left. Yeah.
Mikey's the only one left. Unfortunately, the bomb has already been planted there by Kalik. It looks like it's going to be too late for Mikey fans. He's just going to have to wait. There's no chance. Terrorists win. And it looks like WKL are starting to get their act together. They're starting to work a bit more as a team. You saw with that sort of tactical bomb drop, and with the way they were moving now, they're getting themselves more coordinated. So MasterCatz, they're still leading 4-3, but that last round, round 7, went to WKL. And again, hot potato with a bomb, as you do, naturally, before running off into A. It looks like this time a very, very gutsy move there from WKL to try and go through A. Perhaps to try to go just to distract them. Meanwhile, it looks like the rest of them are sort of falling for it just a little bit. A lot of players there at A right now. It'd be interesting to see where the other players are at the moment. It looks like they're still adamant. They're still going to push at A, and it's going to be a straight up gunfight with a lot of these players right now. One and Pepe managing to get the upper hand in this situation. They've managed to secure themselves a little bit of higher ground, and that might be an oversight there from MasterCatz to try and didn't manage to get the upper ground there, and you really want to be higher up on the map in these sort of situations when you're trying to take a bomb site by force.
Whoa!
And you really want this position, and it looks like it's worked out for the terrorists. The terrorists win this round. It's 4-all. MasterCatz versus WKL. Things are just about to get very interesting.
No doubt.
And it's interesting to see the weapons loadout. So you were saying?
Yeah, no one got killed. Yeah. No, they were all still standing.
That's the first round I think we've seen that the terrorists haven't. A clean round from all involved in the terrorist attack. Again, you've got to be super careful going through there. Meanwhile, one, it looks like he might just be waiting, hoping and seeing. He's going to wait for radio chatter from his teammates to see whether he can move forwards.
Oh, see that? Grenade throw?
Weapon of his. Yeah, nice. So he's managed to toss that grenade right over the building. Common tactic as well in Counter-Strike. You really don't want to be tossing it through anywhere that you're going to be walking through afterwards, because it's a dead giveaway on your position. So if you have some way that you can toss the grenade over a building, or some way hide the position where that grenade came from, that's going to be super critical for all involved. It looks like Pepe, he got into a very bad position there. Too many players up against them. It looks like MasterCatz might have the upper hand on this round here. Carly desperately trying to get something done there. He planted the bomb, however. This could be a critical moment, because even though Khalek only has 18 life left, if he can try and hold off and try and stop them from getting to the ball as fast as possible, that could really help them out in this situation. But it looks like he didn't quite manage to put enough of a delay, enough delay tactics into that situation. It looks like MasterCatz have now taken the lead. Coming into round 10 now, the Counter-Terrorist 5, MasterCatz 5, WKL 4. And again, another very close run. It looks like it might be another one that's going to go into the high teens, if not into round 20. Very tricky this round. WKL really want to tie this up coming into the team switchover. Remember, at round 11, that is when they switch. The counter-terrorists will become WKL will become counter-terrorists. MasterCatz will become terrorists halfway through the match there. Very tricky situation in here when it comes to the just trying to scope out the situation here right now. It looks like they're going to try and go through A via the back route, which again is very difficult indeed. And it looks like it's taken the terrorists have been taken surprise there. The MasterCatz tactic of just doing as much as possible at at A, really seems to be working out for them.
Yo-Yo
They've
wiped
got
out there.
A very well defended. Ooh, so Yo-Yo is gone, Khalek's gone, one's gone, and Pepe's gone. It's all down to Kylo. And again, it's 1 against 4. It's very difficult, especially at B, to try and get that situation under control there. He's really going to have to push hard now. He's going to have to dig deep in order to try and... Wow, that's a fantastic shot there on Nepal.
Oh!
Beautiful shot there.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there was a trained sharpshooter on Kylo, and that man's name is Pizza. I could go for some of that one. So that's 6-4 right now between MasterCatz and WKL. So right now, WKL are counter-terrorists. MasterCatz have moved on to being terrorists. So they've done a very good job in defending the bomb sites so far, but it's still a very close matchup there. WKL can still do something through here as counter-terrorists. Kylo, they're very careful moving around. Let's see
one by one, they're dying. Well, what's happening?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they're all at A right now. They're all at A.
We missed it.
And unfortunately, it looks like MasterCatz managing to take A by force as well. It looks like they really like that open section through A. So very tricky stuff indeed for all of the players there. So MasterCatz have now added one more run. It's now 7-4. MasterCatz 7, WKL 4. Coming into round 12 here. There's only 3 more for MasterCatz before they get into match point. Then it looks like this is starting to go a lot better for MasterCatz. Looking at the long game there, they still had that little bit of a collapse at the start. They didn't quite start off as a cohesive unit there, but they're definitely punishing WKL for all their mistakes right now.
Oh, look at this match.
Coming up
Yeah, back to back.
through this section here again, a lot of the focus in this game seems to be at A, and that's a really tricky situation there for Salute TF. It looks like Kylo has been gone, and everyone else has gone there. So MasterCatz again cleaning up at A. So definitely we now know which side of Miramar that MasterCatz likes. Although they have been good at B as well, but they haven't been as successful in a lot of situations. And they tend to suffer heavy losses down at B compared to A, but still very, very strong performance there from MasterCatz, definitely avenging their first match loss, that first game loss there to WKL. Now that's 8-4. Let's see if WKL can really have a fight back right now. It doesn't look like it. Although this round in particular, it looks to be very, very different indeed. Mikey fans, Momono Suzu, and Nepal Juju there. They still have most of their life left, but there's more players out for counter-terrorists. So there's more people going around right now in counter-terrorists. It looks like most of them are actually going to go over to B. So it looks like one is trying desperately hard to distract anyone out there. But it looks like counter-terrorists have won. So WKL have managed to stem the losses and get themselves back up in with a win in round 13. Not too many more rounds to go there. And basically WKL are in a situation now where they have to win every round possible. MasterCatz also have to win as many rounds as they can right now, but the pressure is definitely on WKL at this moment. Now coming through A, they've done a fantastic job here in covering off A, but they do move on quite a bit quickly through there. It looks like most of the action is up at the top of the map right now. And as you can see there, a big firefight going through this corridor here. And they just managed to get one of the CT guys, but a lot more counter-terrorist action there. WKL now beginning to move more like a unit. They need to work as a team more than ever right now. Kalik there, his team, very, very careful going through these sections here. Of course, Nepal and Salute TF there also trying to work with their team as well. Looks like coming to B again, MasterCatz not as much experience in B, not as much work happening in B there. Kalik knows that there's a guy behind the corner there, and it looks like he's managed to take that down, but Nepal Juju managing to sharpshoot his way through there. Beautiful win for the terrorists there. Nepal Juju definitely one of the MVPs of this match. That was an incredible run, wasn't it?
It was outnumbered. It's 2-on-1.
Yeah, beautiful bit of sharpshooting there. Just perfect headshots twice in a row there. Beautiful stuff. Now looks like they're going to go. Well, Nepal is going to A. Interesting to see what's happening down in A there.
Look at that!
Like
Look at that!
Defend their positions there.
Piggybacking.
A little bit of stacking never hurt. No, oh yeah, just making sure that. Yep, you're the perfect situation. Ooh, that was a nice bit of creativity from one in Yo-Yo. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out for them. Now he's lost his high ground. It's going to be all down to Yo-Yo to try and get a hold of it. Looks like he's fighting with Kalik there. And Pepe, meanwhile, he's managed to take on Nepal Juju. Actually, I do apologize. That looks like Salute TF.
Meanwhile,
But,
I think they have planted the bomb.
Yep. So the terrorists, meanwhile, they've gone off to B. So they've planted the bomb at B again. And So MasterCatz trying a different tactic. They know A is dangerous now. They've been to A a little bit too often. But it looks like they're desperately trying to hold off. Again, once you planted the bomb, the terrorists have the advantage. All they have to do is try and hold on as much as possible. Pepe's trying to defuse it though, and he has.
How did he find the bomb in the
He has done.
Can find it in smoke.
Well, that's a question for another day. Somehow he managed to kick it. He might have tripped over it and diffused it there. So great job there from the terrorists to try and drop that smoke grenade over the bomb as well, just to make life just a little bit difficult there. But WKL now beginning to fight back. Round 16 of 20 right now. MasterCatz with 9, WKL with 6. MasterCatz have a few rounds in hand there. They can afford to lose 1 or 2 rounds to WKL and still walk away with the W here, but WKL, they really do need to win virtually all the rounds left. In fact, they have to in order to try and get that win. It's very close to being match point for both MasterCatz and this game. We're going to tie this game up if MasterCatz can pull off a win here, and it looks like they're doing quite well for themselves, although half of the terrorist team managed to get themselves firebombed into a room there. You don't want to do that too often, but you can see what they're trying to do there. They're trying to go for B again, just to try and make sure that the element of surprise isn't quite there. They're firing across from B. Mikey Fans planting the bomb there. Yo-Yo trying hard to try and push the opposing force away, and it looks like he's the only one left in the team. It's do or die now for WKL. It's do or die now for ex-Yo-Yo as they're going through the map there. It looks like he might have lost track of the bomb there. He thought he had it, but it looks like he might not know where the bomb is, and that can happen quite often. He's trying to track down another one of the players there, but unfortunately unable to do so. The terrorists win. We are now going to go into match point. Exciting stuff here.
So it's
one
gonna
more
be
win for
deciding,
MasterCatz.
deciding round after this. I think another map.
Yep, absolutely. So if MasterCatz can take this on, we're going to move on to a third map. We might do that anyways, but definitely WKL very much on the back foot here. MasterCatz 1 step away from glory in this match. It's match point right now here at CSGO Invitational, around the second game of this Invitational right now, and it looks like MasterCatz have the upper hand. Ooh, very sharp shooting there from Nepal Juju. Definitely probably the person with the best aim on the MasterCatz team this evening.
Oh, he missed it.
That wasn't probably wasn't in the plan of Suzu there. He tried to get around the other side there. Karlik defending hard, didn't quite manage the defense there. Kylo now, he's trapped in that position. He's going to try and finish them off. He has managed to do that. So now there's only one more player there for WKL to try and make that fight back. He's now, as you can see there, Kylo just triggered. Yes, he's just triggered the bomb diffuser to try and trick Nepal into coming out of that smoke screen. But will he have enough time left? It looks like he will.
Yes, he did.
And WKL managing to stay in the game by the skin of their teeth. We're going to go into another match point now. Again, MasterCatz with the upper hand there. WKL have it all to go for right now. They've got to win 4 in a row in order to win this match, and there's only 2 left. So it's going to be hard to take it away from MasterCatz now. Mathematically, they have won this round. So we are going to go into a round 3, but we're going to keep going with the match point system and see if MasterCatz can do it in 20. Kylo there pinned down. He's very sharp shot there from both of those guys there. It looks like MasterCatz not in a good position there. They managed to be caught out at the tunnel leading into A. And the Paljuju having to run off right now and unfortunately just been knocked down. It looks like WKL, they're on a roll. They're pushing hard right now. They've just got their act together again. Like I said, they've got to win everything right now. And it looks like Suzu is the only one on the terrorist side still awake. No longer. He is down and out for the count there. Counter-terrorist win. Round 18 goes to WKL. It's now 10-8. They can still level the scores out right now. WKL with 8, MasterCatz with 10. Again, it's going to be a match point situation. So if MasterCatz can win, they won't go into a round 20. If WKL win, they can go into round 20 and try and force a draw. In this situation, it'll be very difficult to see what they could do from here now, because they've got to win basically twice in a row now. They have been winning the last few matches, though. They're on a hot streak, so don't rule them out just yet. It looks like Saloon TF is the first casualty of this round, and it looks like A is very dangerous for these guys there. Looks like WKL managing to finally master the art of keeping MasterCatz out of A, but it's still hard work for them right now. Ooh, it looks like they've dropping the bomb there, and it looks like Counter-Terrorist won. Can we see a fight from behind? It was impossible a few rounds ago, but now we're going to go into the final round. MasterCatz really having to win this round in order to win, and WKL have a chance at tying up the match. Unbelievable stuff there. Not 10 minutes ago we were talking about MasterCatz having the upper hand there, but WKL a admirable fight back and a definite chance to try and tie things up. MasterCatz has to sort of stem the losses right now. They've got to go in decisively and try and win this matchup right now. Very, very tricky situation there. It looks like they've already managed to get first blood in this round there. They've managed to take down one of the most dangerous players out there. Kalik, meanwhile, he is camped out at B, checking out that nice skin on his M16 there, I see. And also quite a few of the other players right now. It looks like they're all descending on the midpoint of the map at the moment. Very, very difficult scenes right now. And it looks like Suzu's down. Quite a few of the others are down as well. It looks like Kalik's been raised from his slumber. They're all gathering up at A. It's going to be very tricky to see. Ooh, it looks like there's a couple of sharp shots there from X-Yo-Yo. Kid X-Yo-Yo be the man to try and tie up the match there. Saloon TF is the only person left in MasterCatz. Can he make something work through there? We know that he's in a difficult situation right now, and it looks like the counter-terrorists have won. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, out from the back, a tie between WKL and MasterCatz. Who would have thunk it? Amazing stuff.
Oh man. Oh, so
And that was fairly clutch. That was probably the most clutch tie I've seen in a long time. Because it looked, for all intents and purposes, I mean, how many times has MasterCatz been on match point there? And unfortunately, right at the final hurdle there, it was 10-6 at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now we're going to come to the tightest, most claustrophobic map you're going to come across. It's Inferno. A very, very tight and twisty course here. It's full of corridors as well, so full of danger spots and not a lot of hiding places unless you can get into one of those corners. That's going to be the key here, is to try and take control of the corners, take control of the high ground, and take control of those tight spaces. So B and A very much the targets here. Again, is going to be bomb defusal time this time around. Inferno, yet another famed map here in Counter-Strike Global Offensive CSGO here. Fantastic gameplay that you're going to see from this map. Again, it's going to be very tight. It's going to be very high energy. Hi, Kalik.
Hello.
Okay, I
So
think
how was that match for you there? That was the most clutch tie I've ever seen in my life, man.
It was a really old comeback for our team.
so. The score now is
So with 1 minute.
WKL 1, MasterCatz 1 kan.
Oh no, for MasterCat, the second game is tie.
The second game is tied right now, so it's going to be WKL 1.5 and MasterCatz.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if MasterCatz can win this, they will tie the entire CSGO Invitational.
Yeah, art
And
class.
if WKL can win this, or even tie it, they will win the entire thing. How's your chance? How do you rate your chances going into this last one?
50-50, very 50-50.
Yeah, we saw that you guys could actually start off quite strong, put them under a lot of pressure there, but it looked a little bit weaker going into the middle part. Is there anything different you guys are going to do?
I'm not really sure. Maybe just that we have to do less of mistakes on every round. That's all.
Alrighty, so we've got another 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the warm-up here. Do you have anything you want to tell the fine folks at home about this wonderful map?
Inferno, I don't really know much to tell for now, but yeah, Inferno got chickens and you can play tic-tac-toe at the spawn. Yeah, that's the unique part of this map.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun actually.
You
doing
can
that.
also shoot at the bells on the T-spawn and it will ring. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about Valve games, is that there's that attention to detail,
Another thing
especially with CSGO.
The chickens are already have been updated. It has high resolution texture right now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Only CSGO will have an update dedicated to chicken.
High-res chicken, eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
it had an update like a month ago. They updated the texture for the chicken. Now it's even more detailed. Yeah.
So you want to come at me about chicken dinners? In CSGO, we make our own chicken dinners.
And another thing is sometimes the chickens are really annoying in this game because in a tournament, one time in a big tournament, there was a chicken in front of the door and the player wanted to open the door but it was blocked by the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Him. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. You guys can search for that. Yeah, it will appear if you search that. I
Just
think that's all. I think I'm gonna go back down.
Okay,
yeah,
good luck, good luck.
you better carry on with the warm up.
All right.
Good luck, mate. So there you have it, Kalik of Team WKL. They have the upper hand this round. They need to tie this game in order to take the CSGO Invitational, whereas MasterCatz really has to win in order to tie the Invitational. So again, can we see a win from MasterCatz? There they got very, very close in the previous match. So interesting to see how they go.
Okay, warm-up's about to end.
For those of you just watching, for those of you just watching, you're watching the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Invitational here at Vertex Esports. We are with Team MasterCatz, Nepal, Juju, Pizza, Salute TF, Mikey Fans, and Momonene Suzu, members of MasterCatz. They have a chance of tying this matchup if they win this game, but if WKL can tie or win this match,
they're gonna restart. They're gonna restart. I
then
think because
they will take the win. So it's definitely
one of the guys
on
timed out.
them. So right,
They're gonna wait.
that's unfortunate. We had a bit of a timeout situation
We're
there.
gonna just simply restart the game first.
Ready?
Yeah, we wait till the player reconnects and then we restart the game.
Okay, so we have a slight connection issue there, and no worries, we will get the match restarted. We don't really want to start off with a disconnection there. We'll keep it going.
Yeah, we can restart now. Okay, bye bye.
Sweet. So we'll be back in a few moments. But they're messing around right now.
tic-tac-toe.
I think they're playing tic-tac-toe. Yes, if you fire on the squares. In fact, they're playing quite badly. They're going to go to a draw. You're going to have a little bit of a laugh being a CSGO player, because there are a lot of situations in this game where you can find yourself in some truly ridiculous moments, and this game really defines the term sublime to ridiculous. So there we go. We're back to 0-0. Match start. Let's see. Hopefully these guys will be able to carry on as they are. So they're going to start again with pistols, simply because they wouldn't have enough money to do anything else. Let's see where WKL are going to go. The terrorists. And looks like Pepe already having a good shot through there. They are at B right now, but they're not quite safe yet. So they might go to CT spawn to try and flush out any of the other guys right now. But it looks like... Ew. What a shot there from Saloon TF. Just managing to get... I believe just around the corner again, and now covered in smoke for perpetuity. Coming around the bend there, again, Xioyo, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to approach B or A on this map. You'll notice, again, everything's around a corner. There's no real nice firing lines there. Kalik, WKL there. WKL are terrorists for this first half of this match. They know they're on stream. They're just having a little bit of fun right now at our expense. Still unable to win this game of tic-tac-toe. Rather unfortunate there, but right now they've got 25 seconds left on the clock. This might end up being a win for the counter-terrorists. If they don't get a move on right now, and it looks like it will be. Running out of time there at this section. They know that they're going to be running out of time. Nobody's got the bomb. Oh no, Kalik does in fact have the bomb there. They're going to do a last-minute plant. A last-minute plant, and they're going to try and run the clock out that way instead. Very risky maneuvers there for the terrorists, but it has worked. It has worked. I am amazed. They've won the match. They've won the round with enough time to play a round of tic-tac-toe as well. It's a pity they still can't play tic-tac-toe properly. No winners there. We'll keep you updated on the tic-tac-toe score at T-Spawn. But right now, again, it's go for the counter-terrorists. They're going to go directly to B. And they're probably going to bypass B, really, because the main issue will be at A, and the distance between A and B. Again, you see very, very tight corridors. Very difficult to get yourself planted and getting yourself into position there. But it looks like the terrorists really have it going quite strong right now, and it looks like the counter-terrorists, MasterCatz there, just being absolutely decimated in the first two rounds there by WKL. What a match. What a start from WKL. They always start so strong. And MasterCatz, they really need to push very hard right now in order to try and get themselves through 30 rounds. As I see there, up on the clock there, they really do want to see if they can find a winner for this one. Now, coming through the alleyways here, again, very, very tricky situation up ahead. A couple of grenades get thrown. Grenades going to be very, very important. You're going to see a lot of players really use grenades. It's a very tactical sort of map. You really do have to try and get yourself in a position, and anything that can help you get that position is going to be absolutely critical. Unfortunately, Kylo there, he didn't quite see through his own smoke grenade there, and he just got knocked down there. This is where it turns around. MasterCatz with 3 players still alive, and WKL with 2. They're at A. They're at bomb site A right now, and it looks like the bomb has been planted. The bomb has indeed been planted right now, so even though there's only 2 of them, but they are in position now. Once the bomb's been planted here, it's very tricky for the counter-terrorists to try and come up and defuse the bomb there. Oh, unfortunately, just got shot from behind there. There's only one player left from the counter-terrorists there, MasterCatz. They appeared to have the upper hand for the first half, but just from that bomb plant, as soon as you get 2 players and a bomb planted at that bomb site, it's pretty much game over in 5v5. So right now we're going to just start up another round here, round 4, and WKL 3-0 lead right now. WKL versus MasterCatz. WKL 3, MasterCatz 0 as they go in through now. MasterCatz really has to push hard in order to try and stop WKL. Remember, WKL only needs to tie in order to win the first ever CSGO Invitational here at Vertex Esports and Adrenaline Impact. Ooh, big shot there from, I believe that was Xyoyo, and Karlik there also with the assist coming through. One, meanwhile, he's trying some very sneaky maneuvers in order to try and get into, I believe that was Pizza, and he manages to do it by crawling underneath the footbridge. Very sneaky stuff indeed. So the bomb has been planted right now, and again, the MasterCatz team really finding themselves in a bit of a pickle here. It looks like they really don't like the tight claustrophobic angles of Inferno. Very tricky place to try and get any sort of matchmaking done through here. Meanwhile, we can see there we've still got one MasterCatz remaining, Nepal Juju. You can see how much of a sharpshooter he is. He's going to try and find a way around these guys, but it looks like he's decided, yep, he's unable to do so. So he's decided to run away as far away from the bomb so he can keep his sniper rifle. The terrorist win is 4-0. WKL 4, MasterCatz 0, and they really have to start pushing back now. Again, we see this time and time again in this invitational. WKL gets a lead early on, and it's up to MasterCatz to try and win as many rounds as possible. It's brilliant strategy there from WKL. Win as much as possible, be as aggressive and as hard as possible, and really put MasterCatz on the back foot, and it's working out score-wise as well. Now coming up through that very tight section there, Nepal Juju, he's doing a bit of a camping maneuver here to try and see if anyone is out there. Meanwhile, Pizza is trying to guard off at B. Very tricky bomb site indeed to try and cover off there. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of campers there, and that means that perhaps they already have a bit of a run-up, a bit of a plan to try and get through here. Looks like nothing happening at this bomb site so far. All the action currently happening well down into the bottom right-hand corner of the map there. It's all down at bomb site A, and all the action's happening there. Again, MasterCatz, they're doing very well for themselves in this particular round. Ooh, very close there from both those guys, but unfortunately 2-on-1, Suzu and Saloon TF managing to take down XE. Sorry, that was Kalo. Nepal Juju and Momoni. Suzu right now still remaining. XYoYo is the only WKL player left on the field. They're really on the back foot right now, and it looks like A might be the opening for MasterCatz. If they can defend A well, they'll have a shot there. Unfortunately, XYoYo just managed to go around the long way around the map, and a very common tactic here in Counter-Strike. If you know there's a gunfight happening, you want to try and get around the enemy, flank the enemy and go around it again. And it looks like the counter-terrorists have won. Unfortunately, they just run out of time on the clock there, and it looks like MasterCatz have finally put one on the board. It's WKL 4, MasterCatz 1 with that round 5 win. Round 6 coming up right now. So again, we see them splitting up, basically trying to make a decision on the move as they wander through these Italianate streets. Very difficult. Again, the sight lines. You have to be so careful approaching these alleyways and these little tunnels and things like that. You have to move forward with a plan. You can't just run and gun so effectively through here. Now coming up to A, and it looks like they've managed to get a couple of shots in there. It's now 3 versus 3 with all the action happening at A. You can see a couple of the counter-terrorists running towards bomb site A. They were guarding bomb site B, but now they have planted the bomb there, and now there's 3 of them. It's going to be 3 on 2, and the terrorists have the defensive position right now. Now, of course, the counter-terrorists are going to try and flank them, try a flanking maneuver, try and do anything they can to try and get to the bomb. But unfortunately, with one more of them down, it looks like terrorists might have this. They have a very well-defended position, and it looks like terrorists have won, in fact. Pepe there, the MVP on that particular round there. Pepe doing very well for himself throughout the course of this match. Nepal Juju doing very, very well also for MasterCatz. But it's now WKL 5, MasterCatz 1, and we're going into round 7 of this matchup. Again, on the board there's 30 rounds maximum that can be played.
Oh,
As opposed to the usual 20. That's classic. Ooh, Nepal Juju there. He's down. So the MVP is down for this round there. MasterCat's going to have to really push real hard through this section here. But it looks like they've been caught unawares again through these tight alleyways. As soon as, it's the alleyway on the way to B there. And they've just been caught out through that section there.
smoked chicken.
And as one of those infamous chickens walks out. Chickens. And,
Smoked chicken. Oh,
and
violence.
terrorists managing to win there.
Did you see the high-res feather there?
That chicken just the ultra HD feathers, HDR there. So that's WKO versus MasterCatz. MasterCatz just got caught out there again, traversing these alleyways. If you get caught out in the middle of them, you really have a very, very difficult time. Indeed. Meanwhile, Axio, he's in a very bad position there. I think he may have dropped down. He has fallen. Not the best thing to be dying in fire. I would not recommend it as a hobby. Meanwhile, coming through the map, as you can see there on the top left-hand side, we've got the terrorists guarding both points of the map. Both alleyways basically going to A and to B, but there is defense both at B and at A. And so they're going to have to make a real quick decision there. You can see the bomb carriers decided to go to B. So they're going to try and put all of their efforts now at B. Meanwhile at A there, they're going to try and distract the 2 players there and try and keep them down at A in order to try. That plan has backfired right now, and now 1 is the only person on the terrorist side in order to try and get back to the bomb. I don't think the bomb's been planted just quite yet. So he's going to have to somehow take down 2 players and get the bomb sorted out. Now 1 knows that he's got 2 players there. He knows that something's up. He realizes that he's in a difficult situation there, and unfortunately he's unable to do anything about it. MasterCatz takes its second round win of this match. So this is a very difficult position for MasterCatz. They're going to push as hard as they possibly can. That initial lead by WKL has really worked out hard for them. Worked out well for them, I do say. Now running up through this section here, very, very tricky. But they're moving quite quickly now. I think WKL has decided that they're going to really push and try and put some speed into their gameplay and try and catch the counter-terrorist sort of unawares there. But MasterCatz, it looks like they've managed to get managed to hold position there for a brief while. But look at that. There's so many players diverging onto one location. That unfortunately they just don't have the chance there. Mamone Suzu is the only person left in the match, and he's been properly taken care of. He's all the way in B right now, and there's still a full roster of WKL players right now, and they're all converging on the location, and that's it. The terrorists have won. What a match there from WKL. They've just put a lot more pace into that particular round there, and it's worked out great for them. Now coming into round 10, just before the switch over, and we've seen that WKL definitely owning the terrorist move. And of course, when you're playing as terrorists, it's great if you can really do well as a team in terrorist mode, so you can get a very good length, sort of a very good run as at the early point of the game there. But now we can see a lot of action happening in the house here. We've got the housing complex there being set on fire, a couple of decoys and smoke grenades going off there. Meanwhile, down at the run-up to A, in the alleyway going up to A there, it looks like the terrorists have managed to take positions there. And again, they're going to try and defend A first. They're going to try and make sure that it's clear before Kalik there comes down and plants the bomb. The bomb has been planted. A lot of grenades being thrown around just to make sure that anybody who's thinking of rushing into this area will think twice. But we've only got one more counter-terrorist player there, and that's Mikey. It looks like we've seen a real collapse, by the way, from MasterCatz. They were working well as a team in the last round, but this time around it looks like they're really struggling to be counter-terrorists on Inferno. Really losing quite a bit of momentum that they had brought over. Terrorists win, and now we're going to come into 8-2. So now switching over, we have WKL is now counter-terrorists and MasterCatz are terrorists. Now this could be a turning point for MasterCatz, but they're going to have to play a flawless run as terrorists. Again, it's that short run up to bomb site A from T-spawn that really makes a difference for the terrorists. Really being able to push very, very quickly into a bomb site and trying to sort of control it very quickly. But it looks like MasterCatz are already being pinned down by the counter-terrorists. They are definitely having a few issues further down the field there. Nepal Juju, he is trying to get a little bit of support there. Suzu's got the bomb right now. Ooh, unfortunately, Nepal with that headshot just getting caught out there. Mikey fans and Suzu are the only people out there left, but they've got a full roster on the other side, save 4-1, who unfortunately got taken out there. Again, Suzu taking one of these tunnels, these very, very intricate sort of layouts here. Ooh, unfortunately, he's lost the bomb as well, and he's lost the bomb inside the tunnel. That's not ideal, and it looks like it's over there for MasterCatz. WKL 9, MasterCatz 2, and I think we've just seen an absolute demolition there from WKL, an absolute dismantling of the MasterCatz team. I'm sure we'll see MasterCatz back harder and stronger than ever, but it looks like it's going to be pretty inevitable. WKL, a very short round here. We didn't really need to add the extra 10 rounds onto this match, it seems like. But of course, never say never. We saw what WKL did when they were really down and out on their luck there, so MasterCatz can... they have the opportunity, and they definitely have the skill to try and pull a come from behind, but it's going to be a very tall order in order to try and pull that off. But meanwhile, we're just slowly moving through the sequence there. Very, very hard work for MasterCatz, but it looks like the counter-terrorists have won. And we're going to go into match point. And it's almost a formality, I believe, at this point there. With MasterCatz needing to win the next 8 matches in order to try and get something out of this. WKL are really going to I'm sure they're going to try and get this done as soon as possible. They've seen the mistakes that MasterCatz made there. They're going to have a quick celebratory game of tic-tac-toe here at T-Spawn. And it looks like someone's won. Someone actually won there. I believe that may have been Nepal Juju who managed to win there for MasterCatz. So MasterCatz officially better tic-tac-toe players than WKL. Meanwhile, down in the actual firefighting there, Pizza has dropped the bomb on the run-up to A there, and it looks like Suzu's being pressed very hard indeed. Kylo is really in a difficult situation there. He just about had a shot that looked like, but unfortunately wasn't able to pull that off. Xyoyo is the only person left in WKL. Could we be seeing the last embers of a comeback beginning to blow and grow brighter as they come through here? It's now one-on-one, Momone Suzu right now, and Xyoyo currently rounding the bases for WKL. It's going to be a case of who can meet up with each other. It's going to be a case of fire.
Yeah, in the opposite side of the map.
Again, very, very. Yeah, it's very, very tricky right now because, of course, they don't know that they're in the opposite sides of the map, and it's quite hilarious when you see it. But it looks like they've managed to find themselves back at B, bomb site B. So it's going to be very tricky to see if they can manage something here. He's got to plant the bomb somehow. It looks like he has. He's managed to do that, at least. So now is the bomb timer that counts rather than the actual game timer. And Xyoyo he's had to be drawn back out. So WKL could lose this. This could be a MasterCatz round win. Again, it's not going to be close enough there for Xyoyo. He's going to try and just immediately run up and try and defuse the bomb there.
Oh!
And unfortunately,
they defused it.
Win. That is WKL as the winner. Congratulations to that team there. But that was a very, very peculiar last lap for WKL there. They almost lost it all, but they managed to avoid snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, and they've managed to get that win done.
Okay, Max, that's about it. That's we want to thank all the guys that came in for our test event, and we're gonna come back more with our own servers and a polished format, and keep on tuning, mate.
Yeah, polish me. That's for sure. I'll need to give myself a bit of a polish there.
Thanks, Max, for the lengthy podcast today. Wow.
That's actually probably one of my harder commentary gigs because it's just all go. A lot of action going all the way from start to finish. It's been great fun though. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more Counter-Strike stuff. But we do have to have a quick chat there with Kalik. How do you guys feel?
Yeah, we feel
yay,
because we won.
Yeah. It looked to be a little bit one-sided there, that last round.
I think my opponent was like kind of exhausted, I think. Something like that.
Okay,
so I guess there is some staying power there.
Yeah, thanks. We had great help from Kalik to set up this event and the servers. Thank you very much for the community part of it also. Yeah, the server is still on. Is anybody gonna come in? Please do so. But we're gonna end the stream for now. And Max, do you have anything to ask Kalik again?
Yeah, well, not so much to ask, but to say thanks for coming over and bringing all your friends along. It's been absolutely wonderful seeing the two teams square up against each other. It's very interesting in some points there, and hopefully we'll be able to see you in a lot more of these CSGO broadcasts. Yes.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All that remains. Yep. All that remains for me to say is to congratulate WKL and commiserations there to MasterCatz. I'm sure they'll do better in the next matchup. But for now, a special thanks to Kalik for setting up our servers and making sure we're all set for CSGO. And special thanks also goes out to Javier Alvarez and Mr. Gajero for keeping me company in the studio this evening. Special thanks goes out to Kyril Alang, our director, and of course to all of you guys at home. Without you, we would not be able to pull this off. So special thanks to all our fans. Hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more CSGO on this channel. But for now, that's it from all of us. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Ta-ra.
Ta-da!